What was the hardest part of adopting your child? The hardest part wasn't the paperwork, wasn't the home visits or background checks or waiting 3 years for approval. It wasn't even the $40,000 we spent, or sleeping on an air mattress because we'd sold our furniture to afford the legal fees. The hardest part was the day I realized I'd have to choose between saving my daughter and destroying her birth mother. Mila was 7 when we finally brought her home. 3 foster homes, 2 failed placements, and a file thick with reports that made my stomach turn. Severe attachment disorder, the caseworker warned. She may never bond properly. But when Mila looked at me with those dark eyes, wary and fierce and absolutely terrified, something clicked into place. This was my child, had always been my child. For 6 months we made progress, slow, careful steps. She stopped flinching when I reached for her, started sleeping through the night, even smiled when I read her favorite book about dragons. Then Rebecca showed up. Mila's birth mother appeared at our front door on a Tuesday morning, thin and shaking, with track marks on her arms and desperation in her voice. "I'm clean now," she said. "I want my baby back." Rebecca had signed away her rights 2 years earlier, but she'd hired a lawyer, some bottom feeder who specialized in disrupting adoptions. They claimed she'd been coerced while struggling with addiction. "Mommy," Mila whispered, hiding behind my legs. "Who is that lady?" My heart shattered. Mila didn't remember her, but Rebecca's face crumpled with recognition and longing. The legal battle lasted 8 months. Rebecca's lawyer painted us as wealthy colonizers stealing children from struggling mothers. Our lawyer countered with Rebecca's history: 6 arrests, 3 overdoses, abandoning Mila at a gas station when she was 4. But I watched Rebecca in that courtroom, saw how she fought to stay awake during proceedings, how she clutched photos of baby Mila like a lifeline, how she cried when the judge read reports of what happened to Mila in care. One evening, Rebecca called our house directly. "Please," she sobbed. "She's all I have left. I know I messed up, but I'm trying to get better." In the background, I could hear Mila humming while playing with her blocks, content and safe and home. "She doesn't remember you," I said gently. "Then I'll make new memories," Rebecca whispered. That night, I couldn't sleep. I found Mila in her room wide awake. "Are you going to send me away?" she asked. "Never," I promised. "But that lady, she's the woman who gave birth to you. She loves you very much." Mila considered this seriously. "More than you love me?" "Different," I said. "She loves who you were. I love who you are." The next day, I did the hardest thing I've ever done. I called Rebecca's lawyer and offered supervised visit. Not because the court required it, because somewhere between protecting my daughter and fighting for our family, I'd forgotten that love isn't ownership. Rebecca and Mila meet twice a month now. Rebecca brings picture books and tells stories about when Mila was tiny. Mila calls her Rebecca and calls me Mom. It's messy and complicated and breaks my heart every single time. But when Mila climbs into my lap after those visits and says, "I'm glad Rebecca is my birth mom and you're my real mom," I know we made the right choice. The hardest part of adoption wasn't getting my daughter. It was learning to share her.